Hey YouTube. So today we're going to talk about something a little bit different that maybe I don't cover on this YouTube channel quite so much. This is about the idea of community and community inside of soap making. If you are like most soap makers, you are passionate about what you do and you are probably very excited about making soap. And so much so that maybe you're even like wearing out your friends a little bit or wearing out your spouse. You are excited for what you're doing, and they maybe aren't as excited. And it's easy to feel like there isn't a place to go with that. Like there isn't like, it can just feel very alone because not everybody shares that same passion. What if there was a place where you could take all that passion and talk really almost at any time with other people who are just as passionate and just as excited about soap making as you are? What if there was a place that would be supportive, where you could get cheered on when things go really well, or you could commiserate with other people when things don't go as well as maybe you would like? Where there was a place where people would understand what you're excited about, understand what you're bummed about, understand that when there is a sale on the scents and colorants, you are over the moon excited and ready to tell everybody. And when things don't go as well as you thought, maybe you made a mistake with one of your soap batches or something else didn't go right, that they can share the fact that you're kind of bummed about this and really concerned about how this soap is going to turn out. What if that place existed? I know that there are Facebook groups where you can go if you are interested in soap making, and maybe they're supportive and maybe they're not. I actually haven't been a member of any other than mine. Excuse me. But I've heard that there can be troubles there. And I know that, I mean, if you're here, likely you have watched a lot of people make soap on YouTube. But that's not a community. You might feel like you know the person making the videos, but what do they know about you? And really, it's not very much. And even if you say, boy, I feel like I know you. I've watched all your videos. And even if you comment on a video, maybe you comment on this video, and then you're all excited that I comment back. That's the start of it. But does that feel like a conversation, or does that feel just kind of flash in the panty? You know, I would say that that's actually a far cry from actual community. Now, maybe you're not necessarily a beginner. I know that on our YouTube channel most recently, we've been talking to people who are already soap makers and who are looking to build their business. But no matter where you are in your soap making, you might be a very beginner. Maybe you've never made soap before. Or you might be someone who has made soap for a very long time. Having a community around a common interest is so valuable and so maybe lacking in the rest of the world right now. If you think about kind of the rest of life and our culture and this time in history, community is something that is so lacking right now. And it's something that people are looking for, to find that place where they feel accepted, where they feel support from other people, or to feel like they belong. This is something that is missing in a lot of areas of life, in our culture and in this time right now. How many places do you go where you feel accepted, supported, and like you belong? Those places, I would say, are few. Even as I'm thinking about my own life, I do have a few, but they are not many. So I can think of a lot of places I can go, though, and feel alone. And Facebook can be one of those. I know that it feels like a relationship because you have the people that you follow, you're scrolling through and you're looking to see what they posted today. But it isn't a conversation. And they don't know anything about you. It's very one-sided. And even YouTube is the same way. You know, even with the comments and a little bit of back and forth that we can have here, it's not the same as being in true community around something we're all passionate about. Think about if you walked into a coffee shop and you ordered your coffee. You walk in alone. You're not with anyone else. You walk into the coffee shop, you order your coffee, you sit down at the table, they bring you your coffee, and you're there. You're probably with other people. I mean, there are other people in the shop, but you are at your table alone. And even in the presence of other people, that can feel lonely. And that's what I feel like social media feels like. Like we're in the presence of other people, but I myself am actually alone. Now, what if you walked into that coffee shop by yourself, you ordered your coffee, you turned around and someone goes, "Hey, I didn't know you were coming here. We haven't talked in a long time. Come join me. Where have you been? What's going on with your family? How's everything?" And this is somebody that you like. Like let's assume this is a friend. And you turn around and you go, "Wow, I have a place to go and sit. I have a conversation to enjoy. I have somebody to get to know." And that experience feels very different than being in that same coffee shop with people, but being alone at your table. That's a very different experience. And that's what I see as community. It's having people that you can engage with, that you can get to know and can get to know you, and bringing that all together. Now let's take that example and put it on a Zoom call. I know Zoom calls, people have different feelings about Zoom calls. But if you join a Zoom call and you are like not wanting to be like a participant, you're a background person. I've heard people call themselves a lurker on other Zoom calls. I am muted. I don't have my camera on. I am here only to watch. That becomes like on that Zoom call, there are other people there. There are people presenting. There are other people there consuming the content, but you are not interacting with any of them. You can be on that Zoom call with other people and still be very much alone. But what if you got on that Zoom call and someone on the call said, "Hey, I'm so glad you're here today. I was hoping you'd show up." Now, all of a sudden, that Zoom call feels different. Now, when you have a friend in one of the little squares on the screen, you want to turn on your camera. You want to unmute, talk with them, have a little, tell them what you've made most recently or whatever. The Zoom calls even feel very differently when you know that you're coming to a Zoom call for conversation. There's an excited energy. There's people here that you recognize and who recognize you. Even that Zoom call can feel very different when that community piece is in place. Now, for me, I have a passion for soap making. I love making soap. I love what it does for me. I love the relaxation factor. I love that I'm producing something that other people want. I love that it's consumable. People are going to come back and keep purchasing from us because they always need another bar of soap. I love all of that. I also love teaching. I love teaching other people how to do this thing and kind of spreading that joy to other people and giving them the gift of this hobby that they can enjoy. I also love watching them take that hobby and make it a business. I love coaching them along that path. I love all of this. But over all of that, in every one of these avenues, the community piece is my highest passion. This is the piece that I want to bring to everyone who loves soap making and who was looking for others who have that same passion and want that connection. This is what I try to bring to every piece of that aspect, is this community piece and just bringing those people together. We have something that we're going to be doing in a couple of weeks called Soapmaking Week. And this event, even if you see it on Facebook ads and other places, it is directed at people who are scared of soap making, who have never made soap, who just need help, a little bit of hand holding and a little bit of coaching to get them over that hurdle to make their first batch of goat milk soap. That's what the event is all about. But underneath that, it's also about bringing people together around a common passion for soap making and a common interest there. So even if you are not that beginner, if you are that beginner, we would invite you to Soapmaking Week. This is your place. Come join us. Come ask your questions. Come just enjoy being in the presence of a bunch of other people who have that same interest and are asking great questions that maybe you haven't even thought of yet. The conversation is so great. But if you are not the beginner, maybe you've made soap for a long time. Maybe you've made goat milk soap before. Maybe you've done all of this, and soap making is kind of just very common for you. Like you've done this a lot, but you're feeling like you would like that community. You're feeling like in this passion, I'm kind of alone. I'm kind of isolated. I would love to be in a place where other people who are who have the same passion are gathered. We would love to have you come and just join in the community. It's going to have a beginner focus. We're going to spend 5 nights from April 6 to April 10, every night at 7 p.m. Central Time, We're going to be together for an hour, and I'm going to be demonstrating 3 different batches. We're going to be talking about a couple other like best practices for once you have some soap made. And it is going to have a beginner focus, but there is also an excited energy. When people are first learning about soap making, when they are making those first batches, there is so much excitement on those calls. It really is a fun place to be, even if you maybe already know what soap making is like. Now, I will tell you that our technique for making goat milk soap is different. It's different than anything I've seen online, and I've watched other soap makers make it. If most of the soap making that you are familiar with involves a pre-mixed lye solution in a container and you just pour out what you need, that is totally not what we're doing. And if you've tried to make milk soap before and you go, boy, that's rough. Like, milk soap is hard, and I don't know why anybody would ever want to make it because it is so difficult. You need a new strategy for that. And that's what we're going to go over in Soap Making Week. So even if you've made a lot of soap, but milk soaps are difficult or you've just never tried them, there's a new strategy here, and we would love to have you join us to learn that as well. But we have taken the milk soaps and made the process so simple that this is the soap that we teach exclusively. This is a great place for beginners to enter because it is so simple. So if that sounds intriguing, come to Soap Making Week. We would love you to learn this with us, but also join all the other people who are excitedly learning this new technique, either as their first technique or adding on to other things that they know. It is such an exciting place to be. Now, this is a place where there can be conversation around what we're doing, what we're learning. There can also be connection. People start to recognize each other on our calls, and the names start to be familiar. You kind of start to recognize some of the people. And if you want to take it further and you say, you know what, the big call that happens at 7, I love that, but I would also like a little smaller call and a little more personal connection with a smaller group of people and with Shanna. We also have a VIP option. You can add that on, and that gets you access to a second call every night that starts after the first call is done. So 8:15-ish or so. You can have access to that as well. You just need to add the VIP option on, and you get a second call where we can have a conversation about your questions. Usually in the big teaching call, it's hard to actually like have conversation with people because there's so many people there. But in that smaller VIP call, we can absolutely discuss whatever it is. If you're having troubles or you just want someone to chat with about your soap making, that is a great place to do that. Typically, by the time we get to the end of our Soap Making Week, by the time we get through 5 nights, 5 calls with everyone on the call, in our Facebook group that's set aside just for this, people are starting to say, I don't want this to end. This has been such a great experience. I don't want it to end. And that's the value of community. That's bringing people together, helping them realize that not only are we here to support you, but they also can be a support for each other. And it's hard to describe. Hopefully I've described it pretty well in this video, but there is something really magical about coming together with other people in a supportive way to encourage and to just spend some time around a topic that we all love. So we would love for you to join us in Soap Making Week. Again, if you see ads other places, it's going to be very focused at the beginner, the person who is afraid and has never made soap before. But I want you to know that it's also about community. And we would love to have you join us and be part of that, even if you're not a beginner, even if you've made soap for years, even if you're just intrigued by this idea of a supportive community around the idea of soap making. You are welcome here, and we would love to have you join us. So join us for Soap Making Week. Again, it's April 6th through the 10th, 7 p.m. Central, for 5 days in a row. The link is in the description to this video and above me now. So you can click on that link, and you're not committing to anything by clicking on that link. Just click the link, go and read some more about what Soap Making Week is going to be and how you can be engaged and involved. We would love to see you there. So click the link, check it out, join us for Soap Making Week. It's only $10. You can absolutely afford to spend $10 on the chance that this might be a week that you don't forget and that really helps light your fire around the idea of other people being engaged with other people who share that same passion of soap making with you. So would love to see you in Soap Making Week. Click the link, join us. I cannot wait to see you there.